بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا بالقاسم المصطفى محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين لا سيما بقية الله في الأراضين جل الله تعالى فرجه الشريف اللهم أخرجني من ظلمات الوهم وأكرمني بنور الفهم اللهم افتح علينا أبواب رحمتك وانشر علينا خزائن علومك برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. We continue our study of chapter 4 of 8th section of Bidayat al-Hikmah. We said that there is haliyya basita and there is also haliyya murakkaba. Sometimes it is only a matter of affirming or denying existence of something, and sometimes a matter of affirming a quality for something, not just existence. Okay, so if I say Zaydun mawjudun, this is haliyya basita. But if I say Zaydun qa'imun, Zaydun sha'irun, so it's not a matter of existence of Zayd, it's a matter of quality, a quality for Zayd. This is haliyya murakkab. There is, as you know, a rule which is known as qa'idatul far'iyyah. Not al-qa'idatul far'iyyah. If it was al-qa'idatul far'iyyah means a secondary rule. But this is qa'idatul far'iyyah. What is qa'idatul far'iyyah? ثبوت شيء لشيء فرع ثبوت المثبت له. ثبوت شيء لشيء فرع ثبوت المثبت له. To affirm something for another thing relies on what? On that thing to be there in the first place. If I want to say Zayd has qiyam, there must be Zayd so that I can say qiyam has happened to Zayd. If I say this board is white, the only way to say whiteness is for the board if there is board. Yeah? We say ثبت العرش ثم انقش. First bring a bed and then you can paint it. You cannot paint without having something. You cannot trim hair if there is no head. Yeah? These are different examples that we use in Farsi. So, but in Arabic they say ثبت العرش ثم انقش. So, there must be first a subject, then we can associate with it or use as a predicate another concept. ثبوت شيء لشيء فرع ثبوت المثبت. Some people have tried to say, okay, then what about Zaydun mawjudun or al-insanu mawjudun? If we say al-insanu mawjudun, according to qa'idatul far'iyyah, needs insan to be there first so that we can say insan has existence. So it means al-insanu yajibu an yakuna lahu thubutun so that we can say then he is mawjud. Like Zaydun qa'imun. Zayd must have existence and then qiyam comes. But if al-insanu mawjudun, also we say insan must have existence and then wujud comes, then it means that insan has to have two beings. First a being in itself, then a being as predicate. But the answer is that this qa'idatul far'iyyah is only for haliyya murakkabah, not for haliyya basita. It's about a quality for something. Anything to have a quality needs to exist. But if you are talking about existence, then you don't need existence of the subject independently. or prior to that. وبذلك يندفع ما استشكل على قاعدة الفرعية. By this, the objection which has been made against قاعدة الفرعية would be refuted. What is that إشكال؟ هي أن ثبوت شيء لشيء فرع ثبوت المثبت له. This is قاعدة فرعية. Okay. This is the meaning of قاعدة فرعية. ثبوت شيء لشيء فرع ثبوت المثبت له. إشكال is this. بأن ثبوت الوجود للإنسان مثلا في قولنا الإنسان موجود. When you want to affirm existence for إنسان, قاعدة الفرعية says you should first have إنسان, then you can affirm something for it. ثبوت المثبت له, ثبوت الإنسان must be there, and then ثبوت الشيء and the إنسان comes after that. Here, predicate is also وجود. So, means ثبوت الوجود للإنسان فرع ثبوت الإنسان. بأن ثبوت الوجود للإنسان مثلا في قولنا الإنسان موجود فرع ثبوت الإنسان قبله. Okay? فله وجود قبل ثبوت الوجود له. So it has existence before you can say it has existence. We would have problem. Then it means that we should have two beings. But you say له وجود or ثبوت قبل الوجود, then the wujud that it should have first, again, does it exist for it or not? Then again, that wujud also needs another wujud before that. So just to be able to say that al-insanu mawjudun, we need to have endless subut for it. Do you understand how? Because first we say al-insanu mawjudun. So this mawjud depends on insan having mawjud, another wujud. That wujud also for insan is sabit, so insan must be existing before that. So it becomes third. Then that third also exists for insan, so you have to have fourth. فَلَهُ وُجُودٌ قَبْلَ ثُبُوتِ الْوُجُودِ لَهُ. So it must have existence before existence can happen to it. وَتَجْرِي فِيهِ قَاعِدَةُ الْفَرْعِيَّةِ. Then with respect to this second one also قاعدة فرعية is applied. وَحَلُمَّ جَرَّا فَيَتَسَلْسَلْ. Continue this and it becomes endless regression. Okay, this is the ishkal. What is the answer? What's the refute of this? How to refute it? أن قاعدة الفرعية أنما تجري في ثبوت شيء لشيء. قاعدة فرعية only can be applied to حلية مركبة. When something exists for another thing, but مفاد الحلية البسيطة ثبوت الشيء لا ثبوت شيء لشيء. Okay, قاعدة فرعية is about حلية مركبة ثبوت شيء لشيء. But here we don't have ثبوت شيء لشيء. When we say الإنسان موجودون, it's not ثبوت شيء لشيء, it's ثبوت شيء, because وجود is ثبوت شيء. But if it was الإنسان قائم, it was ثبوت قيام for إنسان. إنسان can have قيام if it exists. فلا تجري فيها القاعدة. So in حلية بسيطة, this rule of فرعية cannot be applied. Okay? Okay, Alhamdulillah, chapter 4 finished. Now we go to chapter 5. And this is a good discussion. You are already familiar. Even in mantiq, in logic, the late Sheikh Muzaffar studies this. This is about fil qayriyat wa taqabul. It's about otherness and opposition, you know. قد تقدم أن من عوارض الكثرة الغيرية. One of the consequences of multiplicity is otherness. If you have one, if you have wahda, there is no ghayr. Wahda, wahid, has no other. Yeah, unless you compare it with another wahid, then it becomes kathir. But if you have just one thing, there is no otherness. Okay, it is kathra, it's multiplicity that involves ghayriyya, otherness. So one of the consequences of multiplicity is ghayriyya, otherness. There are two types of ghayriyya. الغيرية الذاتية والغيرية غير الذاتية. هي تنقسم إلى غيرية ذاتية وغير ذاتية. Essential and non-essential. Okay? الغيرية الذاتية is the same thing that we call تقابل. Means they essentially conflict with each other. They cannot exist in the same time, same place, same aspect. Like black and white as two colors. They have essential otherness. You cannot have the same thing at the same time and the same space with two colors. Yes, something can be today black, tomorrow white. Or this part is black, another part is white. But the same thing, the same time, from the same aspect, cannot have two colors. Okay? Or tadayuf, fawq and tahtiyah. What is above and what is under cannot be together. You cannot say above and taht are the same. Yes, this is above, this can be under something else, but not the same thing. Yeah? Above and under for the same thing, same time, cannot be together. I say my hand is above this book and under this book. It's impossible. It's either above this book or under this book. Yes, I can say now it is above it, then it is under it, but not the same time, same place, same aspect. Or above this book, but under another book, but not the same thing. So, this is called al-ghayriyatu dhatiyah, essential otherness. هي تنقسم إلى غيرية ذاتية وغير ذاتية. والغيرية الذاتية هي كون المغايرة بين الشيء وغيره لذاته. غيرية الذاتية is when otherness between something and its other is because of its essence. They have essential difference. كالمغايرة بين الوجود والعدم, like the otherness that exists between existence and non-existence, or between black and white, between above and under, between blind and able to see, basir and a'ma. These are all examples for taqabul. وتسمى تقابلا. This غيرية الذاتية is called what? تقابل. والغيرية غير الذاتية. We have also غيرية which is not essential. It means that they are different because of other things. Like what? You have sugar and coal. Okay? Coal is black. Sugar is sweet. Sweetness of sugar and blackness of coal are different from each other. But this is not taqabul, because taqabul is at the same time, same place, same aspect. They are impossible. But we can have at the same time sweet sugar and black coal, no problem. Yeah, yes. There are two different objects. كافتراق الحلاوة والسواد في السكر والفحم. Fahm means coal. This is with ha. Yeah. The difference between sweetness and black in sugar and coal. This type of غيرية is called khilaf. Means they are just different. This is not called taqabul. Taqabul is غيريات الذاتية. Taqabul by itself is divided into 4 parts. This is what we had in Mantiq Muzaffar also. Yes? Taqabul has how many types? 4 types. Do you remember? No. Tadad, Tadayuf, Al-Adamu wal-Malaka, Tanaqud. Yeah. So 4 types. Tadad. Az-Ziddan, 2 things which are opposite to each other are Amran وجوديان يتواردان على موضوع واحد بينهما غاية الخلاف. This is the way it is technically defined. أمران وجوديان, 2 existential matters that can come to the same subject, and between them is maximum opposition. Some people don't add this last part. So, black and white are wujudiyan or not? Both of them are wujudi. Yatawaradan ala mawzu'in wahid. The same thing can be once black, another time white. And between black and white is maximum difference. Some people don't add this part. Therefore, you can say black and blue are also Z. Blue and, I don't know, green. But some people say no. Only black and white are Z, and other things are combinations of black and white. So they say they are not really mutazad. But some people say all colors are mutazad. It's a discussion in another level we can discuss. No, Layl and Nahar are not yatawaradan ala mawdu'an wahid. Because they are 2 times, but they are not kayf that they can apply to the same thing. Yeah, but the Layl, you cannot say Layl belongs to earth. Yeah? So, this is tadad. Amran wujudiyan yatawaradan ala mawdu'in wahid. Another type of taqabul is tadayuf. Tadayuf. And those 2 are called mutadayifan. Those 2 things that have tadayuf. What is tadayuf? When you have again 2 existential things, wujudiyan, one of them cannot be understood without the other one. Like above and other, or parent and child. Can someone be parent without having child? Or can someone be child without having parent? No. We mean by child not young person, because you can say, okay, there is a young person who has no father. But we mean to be called child. To be child of someone means you have a parent. Yeah? Al-ubuwwatu wal-bunuwwa. Al-fawqiyatu wa-tahtiyya. Or qabl wa ba'd, before and after. So there must be always 2 things. So this is called tadayuf. Then sometimes one of them is wujudi, another one is adami. One is existential, one is negation. Again, this is divided into 2 parts. Sometimes it is al-adamu wal-malaka, means they are only used for something which has qualification, which is suitable for that. Al-ama wal-basar, to be blind or to be able to see. We cannot say to a stone that this stone is blind, because a stone cannot see. We can say to a person that he's blind because a human being can see. Yeah? So, it's not that everything which is not blind is basir, or everything which is not basir is blind. In human beings, yes, either they are basir or a'ma, but for a rock, you cannot say if it is not a'ma, it is basir, or if it is not basir, it's a'ma. It's neither basir nor a'ma. Or ilm and jahl. Can you say water is alim? No. Can you say water is jahil? No. Because ilmu wal jahl is adamu malika. Okay? So it's wujudi and adami. They are not both wujudi, because basar is ama is adamul basar. Jahl is adamul ilm. So they are not wujudiyan. It's wujudi and adami, but in a place which is qabilun lil basar, something which is suitable for vision. Then if it has vision, it is basir. If it has no vision, it is a'ma. But it has to have some suitability. Yeah? It should suit this. And finally, tanaqud. Tanaqud, again, is wujudi and adami, but they cannot exist together, and they cannot not exist together, in the sense that always one of them must be there, and the other one must not be there. Always. نَقِيضُ كُلِّ شَيْءٍ رَفْعُهُ. So, existence and non-existence. Okay? Water and non-water. Black and non-black. In the same time, same place, the same consideration, same aspect, they cannot be both of them there. لا يجتمعان ولا يفترقان. One of them is there, and one of them must not be there. But one of them also has to be there. If you say none of them exist, it's not possible. If you say both of them exist, it's not possible.
One thing you have done, one of the share,
that tanaquz hash wahdat shartan. Yeah.
So those 8 things should be there.
Yes. Because if those 8 things are not there, then it's not really the same thing. وينقسم التقابل وهو الغيرية الذاتية وقد عرفوه بامتناع اجتماع الشيئين في محل واحد من جهة واحدة في زمان واحد إلى 4 أقسام. تقابل, which is essential otherness, and it has been defined as this. This is the definition of تقابل. امتناع اجتماع شيئين, impossibility of 2 things coming together في محل واحد من جهة واحدة في زمن واحد. It's impossible for 2 things to come together, exist together in the same place, same aspect, and same time. If you have such a condition that 2 things cannot be together with these 3 conditions, we call them taqabul. They are mutaqabilan. Yeah, taqabul is the condition, and the parties are called mutaqabilan. Okay? Taqabul is divided into 4 types. ينقسم التقابل إلى 4 أقسام. Okay? فإن المتقابلين, How?
You just explained.
Yes, this is the one I explained. Yes, in the text I. متقابلين إما أن يكونا وجوديين أو لا. Either both of them are existential or not. And not means one of them is existential, the other one is not existential. Yeah? So either both are existential or not. If the former means if both are wujudiyan, either understanding of one of them depends on the other one, it's called tadayuf, and they are mutadayifan. Or they are أمران وجوديان يتفاردان على موضوع واحد بينهما غاية الخلاف. We call them ضدان تضاد. This is about وجوديان. If they are not both وجوديان, then they are either العدم والملكة or تناقض. Okay, so you have 4 types. Two, but each of them is divided 2. Yeah. إما أن يكونا وجوديين أو لا. The 2 sides of تقابل are existential or not. وعلى الأول, based on the first scenario, and that is that they are both وجوديان. إما أن يكون كل منهما معقولا بالقياس إلى الآخر أو لا يكون. Either each of them can be understood in relation with the other, like above and under. You cannot understand one of them without the other. بالنسبة إلى الغير يعقل. It can be understood only in relation with the other one. These are called متزايفان. والتقابل تقابل التضايف. These 2 are called متزايف, and the relation between them is تضايف. But if they are not like this, if they are not dependent on each other for understanding them, كالسواد والبياض, like black and white, they are called متضادان. والتقابل تقابل التضاد. And as I explained for you, if you want to have a definition, they say أمران وجوديان يتواردان على موضوع واحد. And some people add بينهما غاية الخلاف. 2 existential matters that apply to the same thing, they belong to the same subject, and between them is maximum opposition. وعلى الثاني. Thani, what does it mean Thani? When they are not both wujudi. We said either both of them are existential or not. Now we are talking about not. Means when they are not both existential, which means one of them is existential, another one is not existential. وعلى الثاني يكون أحدهما وجوديا والآخر عدميا. Because we don't have only عدميان, we cannot have. Because لا ميز في الأعدام من حيث العدم. We said in أعدام there is no distinction. If you want to have distinction, you should bring wujud. Yes, Adam Zayd and Adam Amr, they are different, but it's because of Zayd and Amr being different. إذ لا تقابل بين عدميين, because there is no otherness between 2 Adam, because they have no distinction. وحينئذ, so if we have wujudi and adami, إما أن يكون هناك موضوع قابل لكل منهما. Either there is a subject that admits, qabul here means to admit, like something that takes different colors. If you have black and white, means that you should have a jawhar, a substance that takes this color, because color is a kayf. Yeah, kayf needs jawhar, kayf needs a mawzu. Kayf cannot exist without mawzu. Okay? إما أن يكون هناك موضوع قابل لكل منهما كالعمى والبصر. Either there is something that has qualification, has ability to accept them, like being able to see or being blind. You should have a human being or an animal that can sometimes see and sometimes not see. Then you say, okay, Ama and Basir. But a rock or water or wood, you cannot say A'ma or you cannot say Basir. You cannot say because it is not Basir, it's A'ma. No. We don't call wood blind. Unless you use it in a majazi, metaphorical sense. ويسمى تقابلهما تقابل العدم والملكة. It's Adam wal Malaka. Malaka is Basar, Ama is Adam. Is Adamul Malaka. When Basar is not there, we call it Ama. وَإِمَّا أَنْ لَا يَكُونَ كَذَلِكَ. But if it is not something that needs a mawzu which is suitable for both of them, like Nafya wal Ithbat, existence and non-existence, we call it متناقضين وتقابلهما تقابل التناقض. كذا قرروا. This is something that is famous and it's classic and you find it in all places. ومن أحكام مطلق التقابل. One of the things that you should know about all four types of taqabul is that you need always two parties. أنه يتحقق بين طرفين. It happens between two parties. Why? Because taqabul is a kind of relation. Don't think this is not relation. This is relation, but relation of opposition. Yeah? You cannot have a country that has opposition party but no ruling party. Suppose there is no government but there is opposition. Opposition to what? Yeah? There must be two things that have taqabul. Or someone who is enemy but enemy of no one. It's not possible. أنه يتحقق بين طرفين لأنه نوع نسبة بين المتقابلين. Because this taqabul is a kind of relation between two things which are opposite to each other. النسبة تتحقق بين طرفين. Nisba always happens between two things, not one thing. Okay. Can be between three, but normally even if it is three, it's two of them become one and then the other one. The next chapter is very short. It is further explanation of tadayuf. الفصل السادس في تقابل التضايف. If you don't mind, we study this. If you mind, we study more. من أحكام التضايف أن المتضايفين متكافئان وجودا وعدما وقوة وفعلا. One of the rules that you should know, one of the properties or rules that you should know about tadayuf is that two sides of tadayuf. I hope you remember. Tadayuf we said is? We said tadayuf is when they are both wujudi and we cannot understand one of them without the other. We can only understand them in relation with the other. Okay? So, these two parts of two sides of tadayuf, they are mutakafe, means they are like equal. They are proportionate to each other. Wujudan wa adaman, in existence or not. If there is no fawq, there is no taht. If there is fawq, there is taht. So in wujud they come together, in adam they come together. In actuality and potentiality, if someone is potentially father, then we have a potential child. You cannot have actual father, potential child, or actual child, potential father. Actual fawq, potential taht. No. So in wujud and adam and qubwa and fail, they are matching each other. They match each other. فإذا كان أحدهما موجودا كان الآخر موجودا بالضرورة. You cannot even understand them without each other, let alone exist without each other. وإذا كان أحدهما معدوما كان الآخر معدوما بالضرورة. If one of them doesn't exist, the other one also doesn't exist necessarily. وإذا كان أحدهما بالفعل أو بالقوة كان الآخر كذلك بالضرورة. If one of them is actual or potential, the other one is necessarily the same. ولازم ذلك أنهما معان. The معان, it's مثنى for معه. These two are together. Okay? لا يتقدم أحدهما على الآخر. None of them precedes the other in ذهن, means in understanding, ولا خارجا, in existence. In ذهن, in understanding, they are together. In reality also they are together. If they exist together. If they don't exist also, they don't exist together. Okay? So, alhamdulillah, this is finished. The next is في تقابل التضاد. But this is a little bit long. So, I don't know. Shall we have a break and continue? وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين.